Alright, we're back. Sorry, I just needed a little break to recharge the batteries, as it were. Not actual batteries, of course, but, you know, the mental ones that go in your brain. So, we're back. Forgive me for not doing a recap. We climbed the tower. We've, fought Olivier, Shara, and Zin's antagonists. And as a result, we are about to take on the last three. This will be our party to the very end. Everyone has Grail lockets on, so hopefully no bullshit status effects will come around and just kill me out of nowhere. I mean, they probably will, because I'm unfortunate and fate has decreed that I am to suffer. But just in case it's not, you know, I have that to look forward to. That should be the last time we need to climb the stupid fucking pillar. I had the gates open, as we saw earlier. Just make sure you grab all the treasures here. Some nice healing items to make up for all the ones we used up. Oh boy, did we ever use up those healing items. It's a trap! Can I evil eye these guys? Nope. Why bother? Anyway, cool thing about Lost Mobius is it acts a lot like dark matter. Not like I can actually hit for damage. But you know what? Let's try. See what happens. That's pretty pathetic. I've got to say that was pretty pathetic. Get some levels at least. Kevin, Joshua, nice and sound. Happy, hearty, healthy, hail, whatever. We got a Gaia suit. It's decent, that's for sure. Gives us a bit more defense, so that's always a boon. Doesn't give as much arts speed and arts defense though, so... Considering we're dealing with casters here, the extra speed and arts is probably preferred. Alright, welcome to the 5th floor. We're getting close to the end here, don't worry, guys. Boop doo 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 boo boop doo boo. Wait, don't forget to pick up your treasures here. Treasures there. Treasures everywhere. Actually, is the Armored Barbarossa just better for someone? Less defense, but, I mean, more strength is basically... Okay. For our guys, no. For Joshua, yes. Anyway, we've made it to another ceiling gate here. Which means it's, time to at least get Kevin somewhat close to ready. Once again, make your save, and pick a god and pray. So you did make it! Ren. I thought it would be you next. I bet it must have been really hard to beat those three. Just Luciola. But I always believed. I knew the two of you would get this far. Ren, do you still intend to fight us? I wonder. I did say I would, but then I couldn't kill you at the castle. And really, I think it'll all depend on you, Estelle. It'll... what now? It's easy, silly. Just take back what you said about me before. Huh? At the top of that tower, you said me being in the society was wrong. Take that back, and I'll fly away, just like that. How about it? Easy choice, right? Ren, that deal won't solve anything. Even if she says she takes the words back, if she doesn't mean it, there isn't any point. Joshua, it's okay. I think I've got this. Can you leave it to me? Estelle. Of course. It's yours. Thanks. Gonna say it, right? Come on, say it! Say, Ren, you being in the society is a-okay. Ren, you need to stop bullying people into giving you what you want. Huh? The world doesn't revolve just around you, and it won't always change just because you demand it. Even if you possess incredible power, Ren, even if your big Potter Mater will save you every time you misjudge. Even with all that, you can't change a person's heart on demand. I'll admit, maybe I'm being a selfish doofus for not wanting you in the society. I'm not sure myself. That's why I won't try to force you out. But I want you to realize something. That, like Joshua, you can do whatever you want with your life. You aren't trapped. You have us. Always. That's right. I see. I give you all the chances in the world, and you slap them all away. You're a stupid idiot, Estelle. Sorry, everyone. Maybe we could have avoided this fight, but I couldn't. There's no need to apologize. You told her what I wanted to say anyway. Hey, Guy in Lost Lambs is part of the job description. Very well. With love, for Ren. Guys. All of you, then. All my enemies. I hate this. I hate you. I'll rip you, cut you, tear you, make you scream. Potter Mater, full output. Slaughter them all. Hold nothing back. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them! How nice. She didn't just, you know, bogus me here. Alright. So, priority, Potter Modder. Ren's attacks hurt like hell. Your priority's Potter Modder. Oof, 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 boy, oof, oof, oh, Jimnies. That's a pretty rude thing to do to someone you just met. Anyway. Start whittling them down. It's gonna be a long fight, but at this stage of the game, you should be able to handle it. Ouchies. Earth Wall, where are you at? Alright. Now, have Kevin speed up the party. Ouchies. I probably shouldn't have Estelle casting at all, now that I think about it. Oh. Well. That's annoying. Nice try. Nice try. Oof. Okay, that was actually pretty good. Okay. Kevin, if you'll do the honors, please. Alright, Ren's almost dead, so it's time to stop hitting her with all of our attacks. So now it's time to single focus on Potter Modder here. Oof. Okay. Better heal Olivier so he doesn't die. Okay, I guess I'm killing Ren here.
I call this Requiem for a Doomed Opponent. You feeling like... Take that as napalm.
Okay, Ren's still alive. That's actually better than the alternative. And, yeah, you know what? Speed up Olivier now. Ooh, Jiminy. Oh, piss.
How could I fail?
Okay. Think I'm close enough to pull this off. Let's see how much Black Fang does for me. Not quite enough. Sorry, this... Yeah. Yeah, so Potter Modder will revive Ren if you don't kill it first. That's why I've been trying to just focus on our big, scary dick of an opponent here. Alright. Shut him down. And now we can bring the focus to Ren. Take care of her proper. I almost don't need to pop anything, but just in case. Take the buff. Take the buff. Fortunately, I've got this stupid machine in my way. Well... hopefully Olivier gets to finish her off. Okay, not quite. Whatever. We are mean as hell. But yeah,
Not done yet.
without that stupid Shadow Clone shit, this fight's way easier. Also, you know, Charizard is dead weight compared to what I've got set up on Kevin and Olivier, so, you know, standard fare. Let's get those sweet, sweet levels. Yeah, up to level 87 for the main two, and 84 and 85 for Kevin and Olivier. And yet, somehow, still not enough Water Sepith to move on. Whatever, that's fine. How? How could Pottermodder lose to someone like Estelle? So the Gordius design isn't as complete as I thought. The burden on the leg section was too much. It's immobilized at this point. It can't be! Can't be! Pottermodder! Stand up, please! There are enemies to kill! Kill them! Stand up! Do it, please! Pottermodder! Oh, Ren. What do you want? You won, Estelle. You got what you wanted. Doesn't matter anymore. Go unlock the gate and go. I do need to do that, but that can wait a bit. Because right now, you're more important. Oh, shut up! You don't know anything about me! Why? Why won't you go away? Should be obvious. Because I really care about you, Ren. Huh? That's why. Okay. Step 1 is something I think needs doing. I'm sorry. This'll be light. Huh? Slap. Ow! You hit me! I'm sorry, but you've had that coming. I kinda get the impression you needed to feel other people's pain for a while now. That's part of growing up, you know. Understanding the pain other people feel. You're just like them. You know you'll hurt me, but you'll still do it. You're the same as those people. The ones who hurt little Ren so much. Hate. I hate. Is that what you really think? Do you really think there's no difference between me and them? I don't know. How about if I do this? What? I won't lecture anymore. Ren, you answer how your heart tells you. If it's hate, then alright. But listen to yourself. Please. I'm confused. My head is fuzzy, but I don't dislike being hugged. Maybe. Well then. Home. Huh? Pottermodder, deactivate your leg actuators. Engage booster mode. Ren! My head is all fuzzy. I need to think. Alone for a bit. Estelle, you can go on up to the roof. Louvet's waiting for you there. Louvet? Knew it. I see. Thank you for telling us. Joshua, be careful, okay? Louvet's really serious about stopping you this time. Yes, I know. But don't worry. I'm always prepared, remember? Just like he taught us. Okay. Well, I'm going then. Ren, wait! Bye-bye, Estelle. I need to go for a bit, but if you die, I'll never forgive you! Did that turn out okay? I think she'll be alright. You kinda piled a lot on her plate, Estelle. She hasn't felt things like that in a long time. A very long time. She needs time to think it through. She'll find an answer someday. Your paths shall cross again one day, I'm sure. Yeah, I hope so. Ren? Alrighty, time to get my game face back on. Let's open the lock and get going. Yes, we should. Oh, right. She said Louve's waiting for us just ahead, didn't she? She did. Enforcer number 2, Leonhardt the Blade Lord. One of the deadliest fighters the Society has. Maybe the deadliest. We need to be absolutely, completely certain we're prepared before we proceed. Right. Joshua's flat out telling you, you've got a point of no return coming up. Once you move to engage Louve, that's it. We're at the final stretch. So, make your preparations, set up your party as you need to. We're coming right to the very end here. Once again, the transport gate's open. If you need anything else, now's your time to pick it up. But the gate is open. And we've got nothing left we need to do. Everyone's got their ultimate weapons. I should make sure to equip those on Kevin, obviously. Make him a little bit stronger. Check out our endgame stats here. At least Kevin's arts have surpassed Estelle's now. And here we go. One more floor to climb. Ren's gimmick is that her crafts inflict death, but obviously with Grail Lockets on everyone, that's not an issue. Otherwise, that fight would have been a lot more annoying. One less trap chest for us to deal with. What a bunch of jerks. Of course. Can't make this easy on us, can he? Oops, I already did that. Crap. God damn it. Can't make this easy on me, but I'm not making this easy on myself.
That's that then.
Thank you, Joshua.
Let's move out.
That's our last trap chest to deal with. And it's a weapon for Joshua, the Aura Fencers. Slightly worse than the Phoenix Blades, but his best weapon otherwise. One last bit of Sepith for us to pick up. EP Charge 3. And this is the last treasure chest of the game. The Armored Siglinde. It's actually a fairly decent armor for any ladies in your party. Good arts defense, good strength, arts, pretty much all buffs you need. Rather than the straight 555 defense the Aura Guard gives you. So yeah, depending on what exactly you're looking for. Actually, I might use this. I mean, my defense drops a fair bit by doing that. Is the only downside. I mean, being able to hit harder is a boon. Okay. Honestly, I think having the EP cut things in half is quite a bit better than you know, just increasing my EP by 15%. Yeah, I get more casts out of it this way. And they're nice enough to give us an orbment charging station here. So go ahead and make use of that. And, just gonna get myself to max CP. Or close enough to it at this rate. Make your save. Here comes the final boss rush. Take the elevator up to the roof. And here we go. So you've come. Louve. You're faster than I expected. I thought you would keep me waiting a while longer. It just means we've grown up a bit. Granted, all your buddies did do their best to hold us up. Well said. Do not think the Blade Lord is comparable to those you have beaten, however. Few can match me in a direct confrontation, even among S-rank bracers in the Anguis. Ah, goodness. Confidence as bright as the shining heavens. Trust me, we're painfully aware of how strong you are, but we came here for a reason. We're here to put a stop to all the strangeness the Oriole is causing, and to shield our homes from the threat of chaos and war. We've come this far with the help of countless people, and now we're carrying all their hopes. So we have no intention of standing down, or losing to you. A solid enough conviction. But you're here for a different reason, aren't you, Joshua? What? As always, you see right through me. I'm here because I want to face my weakness. It's what destroyed me while fleeing the pain of Karen's death. It's the reason I continued to follow Wiseman's orders without question. All of that was born of my weakness. That's why I'm ready to face you and Wiseman head-on, Luve. I feel I owe it to the person who made me face those weaknesses. And I need to fight for what's important to me, no matter what. Joshua. It's time for you to leave the nest, then. My promise to Karen is fulfilled. Now, at last, I don't need to hold anything back. This will be everything I have. But hold on a second. I still don't get why it has to be this way. If you're worried about Joshua, then why? It's okay, Estelle. Conviction alone won't be enough to make Luve back down. It's time I show him that I have the power to make my conviction reality. Precisely. I have made my choice. If you feel the strength of your conviction is stronger than my own, then let it speak for itself. We will. If that's the only way, then bring it on, Luve! I have nothing against a fellow countryman, but this is for Joshua. Can't let the Growlsritter catch me slacking. Let's do this! Fuck. God fucking damn it! Fuck! No, nobody's even in range for this shit. God damn it.
I hold in my hand the chalice of heaven. May its holiest of lights act as our shield.
Yeah, you don't get to start off this fight in a very good position. And that's what makes this fight so freaking annoying. Luve does body split. Thank God he doesn't fuck you over with it. Here we go. Hold nothing back against Luve here. He hits like a goddamn truck. And his little assistants aren't too bad either. Come on, you turn. You're not sorry. You're not sorry at all. Anyway, yeah, that's the kind of shit you get to deal with. This is the fight. Okay, I fucked this up, so I'm just gonna go kill myself. And we'll try this again next time. Yep, hurry up. Finish it already.
How could I fail? How's this?
If I did this right. Naturally, they resist the shit. Just have Kevin keep casting Earth Wall. Pray to God it's enough. Don't let him get his turn bonuses. Hopefully the Gladiator belt on Estelle and Joshua will help me get through this fight. Never stop casting Earth Wall. It's annoying is how that is. Alright. Zodiac is up.
I call this Requiem for a Doomed Opponent. You feeling devastated? Not bad.
Took out one of his body doubles. Problem is, they're starting to outspeed us. Well, that's one of the sabers out of the way. This fight gets a little bit more manageable now. Olivia, you are going to need to get into the circle, though. So, rudeness. Alright. That's the real Uwe. Protect yourself.
May its holiest of lights act as our shield.
Oh, he's just gonna waste time in Earthguard. Whatever. Works for me. Get those guards back up. And finish them off for good.
Kiseki.
I could have been a lot stronger for this fight as well, but decent strategy will get you through the day here. Anyway, that's the hardest boss fight in the game. Get some nice perks for it. We did it! A victory for truth, justice, and all that good stuff. Victory worthy of song and history. You've done well. Not enough to match my power. How in the... Ultimately, you bracers exist simply to protect people. Only those who have attained enlightenment can hope to match one such as myself. The trial is over. Now comes the execution. In that case, Louve, I'd like to challenge you, one-on-one. Oh. Joshua, are you kidding me? It's alright, Estelle. Louve may be strong, but that last fight still had an effect on him. Trust me, I can do this. Okay, I trust you. It's true that I lost a bit of my edge. I'm a little slower in particular. You could even walk away from this fight as the victor. But I wouldn't bet on those odds if I were you. Maybe not, but still. This soul of mine, which was saved by a sister, bound by a professor, freed by a father, and is now one with Estelle's. All I've learned is a bracer, and the power given to me by Ouroboros. With all of it together, I challenge you, Blade Lord. Very well. Come then, Black Fang. Well, you have improved. Let's see if you can keep it up. I can! What are you doing, Joshua? You're faster than this. Why not use your speed to try and best me? I have something I wanted to ask you, Louve. Why? Why do you continue to side with Wise Man, even after all this? You said before that it wasn't about revenge for Karen. That you want to bring the world to trial. What does that even mean? There's nothing you need concern yourself with. I simply wish to see if humanity could answer for its failings. Answer its failings? I still don't follow. Humanity is the plaything of forces greater than individual men. The passage of time, the changing ideals and nations, gradual shifts in values and ethics. They are helpless before these, and when such storms blow over man, they are knocked into the cracks and are lost, unable to free themselves. Hamel is but one example. Ironically, this great city is exactly the same. It began as a paradise, people living full, fulfilled, satisfied lives in the clouds. However, at the same time as the Great Collapse, or as part of it, people abandoned this paradise and fell to the earth. This city was sealed away, and people forgot it even existed. Almost as if they sought to forget an inconvenient truth, as if they sought to deceive themselves. The truth is ever easily suppressed, and people will happily accept anything they wish to be true in its place. That is mankind's weakness. That is their sin. But the Oriole's overwhelming power will force people to face the unabated truth. How helpless they are without the backing of nations. How vulnerable they become once you strip them of their luxuries. All they've locked away in their delusions will be dragged before their eyes, raw and exposed, and they will witness. Locked away in their delusions, huh? So forcing people to confront that is your goal? It is. As long as we continue to delude ourselves, to believe our world is always just and good, mankind will repeat its mistakes forever. More tragedies like Hamel will happen. A second time. A third. Who knows how many? So many more like Karen will bleed their lives out on the arms of those they care for. You want to know why I obey Ouroboros? That's why. And I have no regrets for what I've become in pursuit of my goal. I see. I think you're the delusional one, Louve. What? I'm a weak person myself, so what you've said hits home. There's some truth to it. But we all have the potential to overcome harsh times, or face our weaknesses. People aren't helpless. Not completely. Remember when Karen saved me 10 years ago? She was strong then, and that made all the difference. There's no way you never realized that. Not with how important Karen was to you. With how important you were to her. You're deluding yourself, Louve, and you know it. No. Karen was special. Karen was. She was the only one who could have ever made a difference. None of her actions speak for humanity. They must still be tested. They must face their delusions. And I must see if they are worthy of Karen's sacrifice. In that case, I should be all the proof you need. I, the weakling and liar, who lived on through my sister's sacrifice. I, who found my way once I met Estelle. I, who could have only come here to meet you again with her help. People are never powerless, so long as they are together. He won. Justice is rightly served. Thank you. You put all you had into a single opening you forced out of me. You little fool. Ha. Not good enough? Ha. The Blade Lord's dropped his sword. It doesn't get much more final than that. All I can do is admit defeat. Defeat? You did it! That was absolutely amazing, Joshua! You actually beat Louve! You even just knocked away his sword! You didn't hurt him! I wouldn't have the slightest hope of victory if I was fighting to kill. There's always a better way. That's what it means to be a bracer, right? That's what Dad taught us. Yeah. Of course. You have the techniques wise men placed in you, all filtered through the wisdom of the Divine Blade. What hope did I even have? Luve. I joined Ouroboros because I wanted to test humanity. With you having answered that, I suppose I've run out of reasons to continue working with them. I think it's time I found a new line of employment. Huh. You're back! Thank Adios, you're back! Luve's back! It's over! It's over! Hey, I always thought about you, even after the Brights took me in. I remembered your voice, your face, that you were important to me, but not who you were. And I finally remembered, only to learn that you're my enemy. I just didn't know what to think. I see. Even Joshua's got a cute side to him. Kinda makes me wish I had a little brother like him. Come on, Kevin, don't tease. How could my amber-eyed beau dare to be smothered in the affections of another man? Why, the very thought alone consumes my heart with the green flames of jealousy. If nothing else, you are so totally ruining the moment. Oh, sorry everyone, I guess I kind of lost it there. I know nothing's settled yet, but still. You big dummy. You don't need to apologize, okay? You finally made up, right? Go on, spend some time with Luve. Yeah. Estelle Bright, I owe you a debt I don't think I can ever repay. Huh? With both Ren and Joshua here, you've done all sorts of things I never could, yet made it look so trivial. And you've guided so many other people to this point. You truly are one of a kind, Estelle. You know, if you're making fun of me, we can totally throw down again. Just saying. And Prince Olivert, is it not a bit careless to leave behind your Vander escort? Your life does not belong to just you, after all. 'Tis all a matter of priorities, kinsman. After all, the RCL is both the ace up our sleeve and our lifeline. Repairing and defending it protects my own person as well. Very uncommon wisdom and courage for nobility. Royalty seems like such a waste of your talents. In this we're agreed. And you? Something on my face, Chief? No. You're Kevin Graham, yes? Would you happen to know a woman named Rufina? Where did you get that name? So she was a Gralsritter. I thought so. I fought a bowgun-wielding churchwoman similar to yourself several years ago. That was one of the few other times I've been so thoroughly matched. Is she still well? No. Unfortunately, she died in an accident. It was about 4 years back. I see. I mourn the church's loss then. She was a person of character. Who are they talking about? Oh yeah, Luve, why are you up here? This circle on the ground isn't the Aureole, is it? No, that's just some broadcast equipment. It sends the miraculous power from the core sector out across the city. The what now? The core sector is where the Aureole is, I'm guessing. Yes. The proper function of the Axis pillar is, essentially, as an antenna broadcasting the Aureole's power to the rest of the city. Its range seems to be roughly 1,000 selj, or about 100 kilometers. Using the Gospels, the Aureole could affect things not just in what we call Liberl now, but across a good deal of the continent. The more I hear, the crazier it gets. So in order to stop the shutdown phenomenon, we have to get down to the core sector and do something about the Aureole. It would be the only way. But doing something with the Aureole may prove difficult. It's an artifact of some sort, but it's sentient in some way. It mercilessly removes foreign or threatening elements. That Celeste Osleeves managed to seal it away in the first place is impressive in and of itself. And on top of the Oriole, you'll have to deal with Wiseman. Oh, crud. It's a fight we can't put off any longer. But with your help, Louve, not even Wiseman could stop us. You brat. Just assuming I'll help you out of the blue like that. Now why would I possibly want to help you out? My. This is a touching reunion. May I just say, however, that I do so slightly fear the implications for my own well-being. Damn! Oh no! Louve! Good evening, everyone. I would say you've done a splendid job, overcoming my little trials and reaching the pinnacle. But all these little rule violations, tisk tisk, so unsporting. Rule violations? What are you talking about? We fought every one of your dumb enforcers fair and square. And Joshua beat Louve, one-on-one. Heck, we've been fairer about this than we should have been. I see that you've yet to grasp the full extent of the plan. All servants of Ouroboros receive power from the Grandmaster, in some way or form. If you have a few members of Ouroboros assisting you, that hardly seems a fair or informative experiment now, does it? We're an experiment? I've been a fool. Us coming here was part of your plan all along, wasn't it? I'll admit to adding many of my own personal touches to the plan. But yes, about half of it did consist of you making your way here. Right. The gospel plan's about more than just the Oriole, isn't it? Correct. All is according to the Grand Master's design. But as I said, you were never meant to have Ouroboros members as part of the experiment. Which means Joshua here is ruining the precision of my results. Forgive me, my boy, but I think it's time you became my puppet once more. What? What do you... Ah! Joshua! No! No! This was your plan? You damned monster! You put something like that into the deepest levels of his subconscious? Ah, the fledgling Gralsritter, yes? I'm sure you know very well what's going on then, and what hold my power of absolute suggestion has over him. Joshua, this is a joke, right? Come on back. Come on, stop it. Stop looking at me like that. Oh, please, that's enough. There's little point. When all this began, I used my power to rebuild Joshua's shattered mind. The stigma I sank deep into the depths of his mind has slept dormant since. When it is invoked, however, the effect is tremendous. Joshua really is little more than a puppet to me now. No. No! Incidentally, that little thing on Joshua's shoulder, that isn't just a tattoo. It is the image of the stigma I burned into his mind, made manifest on his flesh. I imagine it came as quite the fright when it reappeared after I returned his memory. You lied. On top of all the suffering you put Joshua through, you said you'd freed him. But even that was a lie. Now, I wasn't lying when I told him he was free. If Joshua had just left alone, and not come this far with you, I wouldn't have had to do this. Why, one could say this is really all your fault, Mrs. Bright. What a monster you are. Don't screw with me, wise man! You don't get to tell me anything about what paths I've chosen. You taking control of Joshua, all it's done is made me even more angry. I'm gonna beat you clear to Erebonia and back and save Joshua. Now that's what I was hoping to see. But I'm afraid I'm rather busy at the moment. I don't quite have time to stay here right now. Why don't you come down to the core sector? Do come visit so we can finish the experiment. I'll be waiting. Joshua! Well, this can't get much worse. Better question is, how do we get to the core sector anyway? Use the elevator in the back. Luve, thank goodness you're okay. But what elevator? I don't see this thing over here. Clearly. Wait, you mean that big plate in the back? It goes right down to the core sector. Straight to the Oriole. Hurry. No time. Alright. Isn't that what brought the RCL down? Reverie Dragion. Damn you, wise man. So you did have more than just the one I used. Don't really get the impression they'll just let us walk on by. We've got to get past them somehow. Then let us handle this. Oh! Hey look, it's our entire party. And the Sky Bandits. And Professor Russell for some reason. Ah, Mueller. And Captain Schwarz. What are you doing here? The repairs to the RCL are essentially done. We got everyone who could fight together and came out to assist you. Admittedly, I'm just tagging along, looking at everything in awe. Hey, don't forget about us! Bobcat's about ready to fly, too. We figured we'd pop on over and see how you were getting on. That's great! We'll talk later. Leave this to us! Estelle, you hurry after Joshua. Guys, thanks. Estelle, go! Your light is the only thing that can save Joshua now. Right. Everyone, attack! Split into 2 groups. Rip them apart! Yeah! And here we come. Down into the elevator. Whoop. To think this was an elevator shaft. It must plunge into the very center of the island. Well, given how tall the pillar is, I bet this thing runs into the middle of the island. Yeah. Estelle, don't worry, alright? He promised he'd stay with you to the end, right? So don't worry, he'll come back. I got a good feeling, you might say. Aw, Kevin. Thanks. Yeah, he'll never break a promise if he can help it. Besides, like heck I'm just gonna abandon him and let that creep wise man do what he wants to my Joshua. It's time to take back my man with girl power. Yeah, that's the spirit. Never fear. Should things possibly go wrong, I shall intervene. The overwhelming power of my love shall return Joshua to us. Yeah, I bet. Thanks, Olivier. Huh? What's that? Oh, hell. Looks like he still had one of these guys in reserve. Looks like we're gonna have to take this thing out. There's more of these dragon things? We really do need to be ready for anything. A fitting opening for a final act. Alright then. Build up your CP, because this is gonna be one hell of a fight. Lame. Anyway. Just do the needful. Wail on it. A whole bunch. Buff your skills. All that fun stuff. Keep your health up. Yada yada yada. You don't need to abuse Earthwall for this fight. This guy might be strong, but he's not that strong. But yeah, I'm literally just doing that to build his CP. Do, 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 do. And now that we've got the speed game under control, literally just wail on him with your best stuff. And in Kevin's case, your worst stuff. He can impede your arts. That's a neat trick. Not that it really matters, but he can impede your arts. Like I said, I'm using this fight to build up my CP. That's why Kevin's just wailing on him. But of course, if I can get something like this to happen, I'll certainly take advantage of it. Alright. Now I just have to get Olivier up to his 200. There we go. Like I said, that's an easy fight. The only purpose of it is basically build up your CP for what's to come. Also gets Olivier levels, so all his EP's back. Not that it matters, there is a recovery point. It's not quite as merciless as it seems. I guess this is the end of the line. So this is the core sector, huh? Yes. Do you feel how the air pulses with barely contained power? There can be no mistake. No doubt about it. The Oriole and Joshua are just ahead. They have to be, I think. Guys, this will probably be our last fight. This is where we're going to stop Ouroboros and the shutdown phenomenon. And it's going to be where we free Joshua from Wise Man once and for all. Guys, please give me everything you still have. You leave it to me. Always, my Rose. Come, the curtain rises on the final scene. So, we got a recovery point here. You also have the option to save before you deal with this personally. Make sure not to save over your point of no return there. In case, you know, for some reason, Wise Man completely kicks your ass. But if you can get past Louve, you can get past Wise Man. He's got a few random encounters here. Don't worry about it. You can fight those if you need more experience. It's nice of you to give them... It's nice to have that option, but we don't need it. Ow. Alright, here we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the home of all that is sacred. Joshua! You passed the final trial. Excellent, excellent. Be proud. You are worthy to be present for the resurrection of the Shining Ring, the Oriole. Yeah, not interested in that at all, thanks. I'm here to put a stop to all this stupid weirdness. And I'm here to get Joshua back. Ah, yes. Sadly, I'm afraid that won't be happening. What do you mean? Joshua, hey! No matter how you try to deny it, the truth remains. Joshua's mind is little more than a construct. The stigma on his shoulder is proof. Proof that he is of Ouroboros. That he is my possession. How dare you! Perhaps if Joshua had somehow erased the stigma of his own will, he could have found release. But alas, he never managed to get that far. It would be best if I kept him as a research subject for a bit longer. You really are as much of a monster as they say. You are so revolting it almost moves man to poetry. Goodness me, such insults, and how impotent they are. You see, I suspect Joshua realized very quickly what the stigma on his shoulder meant. Surely he knew something like this exact situation would occur. Yet, he never breathed a word of his troubles to any of you, did he? Not even a whisper. And conversely, none of you were sensitive enough to notice his pain. What power these bonds of yours have! What complete, earth-shaking potential! But come now, there's no need for long faces. You have been granted the privilege of being here for this glorious moment. All that remains now is to make the correct choice. Privilege? Choice? What are you going on about? Perhaps I should start from the very beginning. How much do you know, I wonder? About this city, and the events that occurred here with the Oriole nearly 1,200 years before our time. So that's the Oriole. It most certainly is. One of the ultimate artifacts, capable of producing literally endless power, and shaping miracles with it. But the ancients sealed it away, despite its limitless, science-shattering potential. Why do you think they would do such a thing? I don't know the whole story, I'm sure, but the data left in the tower said it was having a bad influence on people and society. Ah, you actually managed to put all those together, did you? That will make this quick then. Allow me to play the role of Professor once more and elucidate the truth of the matter. Millennia ago, Adios of the Sky granted humanity the 7 treasures. For brevity's sake, we'll say each one utilized a facet of reality in order to manifest miracles in their own way. Humanity split into 7 factions, each centered around a treasure, to pursue an ideal based on the powers of the given treasure. One such ideal was this: Liber Arc, a city in the sky with the aureole at its center. A paradise, removed from the troubles of the earth, where each man's gospel could grant any wish through the aureole. Mankind lived a bountiful life here, absolutely free of strife. Over time, however, people's lives were swallowed up in the artificial bliss granted to them by the aureole. Not just physical ecstasy, but even dreams were provided by the aureole. False realities granted people long-sought spiritual fulfillment. The people of the Liber Arc, dependent on miracles that were all but a narcotic, began treading the path to annihilation. The Arc's inhabitants lost all sense of ambition and ethics, and slid into madness and despair. Birth rates dropped catastrophically, while suicide and bizarre crimes ran rampant, and the whole of society walked the path to a slow demise. But the aureole passed no judgment on these people. It merely granted the miracles asked of it. And so the shining jewel of the sky became a den of evil and chaos. This was the situation Celeste Oslis and her conspirators faced over 1,000 years ago. They built the seal and the device towers even as they fought off the guardians of the aureole, which it sent forth to save itself. And at last, they sealed not just the aureole, but the entire city in another dimension. That's what happened 1,200 years ago? It does ultimately fit with what we've seen. I will grant that the Elder Oslises did quite well given the circumstances. But think for a moment. The cost of Celeste's victory was humanity being cast forth into a land of chaos, forced to start again from nearly nothing. Think of all the suffering man endured then, and endures now, as man savages one another with endless petty wars. Can it truly be said that she made the right decision? Well, on the other hand, we have gained, or regained, orbital technology, and once again live bountiful, easy lives. At this rate, only 2 ends are possible. Either we continuously seek to dominate one another, and unable to control ourselves, obliterate each other in an orgy of conflict. Or, like the people of old, we sink into narcotic self-pleasure, let automated systems run the world, and live as farm animals. Either physical or mental annihilation awaits. There is but one single path for humanity if it wishes to survive. The beasts of mankind must be led to the point where they obtain the 2 things required for true, enlightened sentience. A flawless rationality, capable of resisting any temptation, and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances. And peerless intelligence, ever capable of finding the correct solution, unmoved by crude emotion. This is the true goal of the gospel plan, to do what even the ancients could not, to advance our minds to what they should be. You're actually serious. An ambitious goal, if nothing else. I would so appreciate it if you would not look at me as if I were a megalomaniacal lunatic. Man cannot help but change and reform through fear when confronted with something beyond his imagining. In that sense, what better tool exists to drive evolution forward than the aureole? I will guide mankind onto the correct path to salvation with this great treasure from Adios. That is my duty as one of the Anguis, My duty to Ouroboros and its master. Boy, I bet you're a real hit at parties. Not. Oh, what's this? A flawless rationality capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances. Peerless intelligence ever capable of finding the correct solution. Unmoved by crude emotion. What's the point of any of that? It seems someone was sleeping during the lecture. As I said, mankind faces annihilation either through conflict or mental entropy. The only way we can... No, I heard the lecture just fine. It's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is, isn't there something we can do about the problems you described if we know they exist? Huh? It's like Joshua said to Louve. We aren't completely powerless. They might not be guided by flawless, peerless, whatever, but everyone's working together to get through the crisis going on right now. I've gone across all of Liberl, and seen it with my own eyes. Don't you think we're capable of getting along just fine, without some kind of forceful grand transformation? Really now, eking out survival by flocking together is how beasts and insects live. Is that really all you have to offer on the potential of humanity, as it stands now? Is there anything else I need to offer? Is there a problem with being the same? I mean, we're living beings too, you know? And heck, aren't I just talking about the strength of life? What? I don't think people are just animals, of course. I think that living honestly, with that spark of light from others as your driving force, that's what it means to live. People don't need to be omnipotent super beings, or whatever you want them to be. People just need to be aware of one another, and help each other out. And you know what? I bet the people who sealed the Oriole away in the first place felt the same way. I mean, sure, making miracles mundane, and relying on nothing but them is really bad by itself. But the biggest problem there, more than anything, is that it makes it so there's no point in knowing or helping each other. That's awful. Perfect. A man can only be a man because it's others who make the man. You nailed it, Estelle. Ha! Still sticking to the mutual assistance argument, and invoking the power of human bonds of all things. I would ask you to read a history book before saying such nonsense, Miss Bright. As an example, consider the overpowering, nation-crushing machine called war. Is man not only capable of being ground beneath its treads? Absolutely not! In the middle of the biggest war in Liberl's history, my mother gave her life to save mine. And because of that, I chose the path of a bracer. And now, look at me. I'm here to stop the crisis you caused and prevent another war from breaking out. All thanks, in the end, to my mother. Hell, I say you just made my point for me. People are not powerless. Not against anything. You're quite good at trite answers, if nothing else. If you really, seriously believe people are powerless, and you really convinced yourself humanity can only be saved by you turning us into emotionless super beings, that makes you really pathetic, I think. What? I mean, that'd mean you'd never know the joy of trusting someone, or helping them. To think that only your smug satisfaction comes from watching people struggle, that's too sad. But even if I feel sorry for you, I am a bracer. I can't ignore the fact that you're getting a lot of people involved in your little pity party. Sorry, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to stop you. By force. You ignorant little girl! How dare you talk to me like that? Very well then. The professor would like for you to prove your theory. What? His evil eye? Oh, damn! What? Do be patient for a moment, everyone. I promise this will be quite a show. What are you planning, wise man? Joshua? Forward. Joshua, no! Come, Miss Bright. do show me. You claim humanity can stand against forces larger than it. Show me proof you can stand against despair. Fine. So yeah, this is scripted. You just get your ass whooped. Joshua. Oh-ho. Quite an impressive move. Leaving him with the Divine Blade for a while seems to have paid off nicely. It does always feel good to see a product of one's craft honed to an even finer edge. You awful! And now for the climax to our little show. Joshua, seize her. No. Estelle! And thus, the strength of humanity proves to be nothing more than a house of cards before a hurricane. But I am an academic after all. I do understand the necessity of proof. So we'll have Joshua provide the final test. What? What indeed? It will be a simple experiment. I'm going to have Joshua end your life. Once you are dead by his hand, I will break his hypnosis and return him to his senses. No, you can't! Oh, I do wonder what kind of expression Joshua will have on seeing you dead at his feet. Doesn't it just get your blood pumping? Don't even think about it. If you do that, Joshua he'd... Yes, this time his heart may be just crushed to powder. If that happens, however, all I need to do is construct him a new persona. And then I can offer him the chance to become human yet again and observe the results. I can hardly wait. Stop. Stop it. It's too cruel. Isn't it? Now come, Joshua. End her. Joshua, I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't die. I promised I'd walk with you. Please, Joshua, awaken! But I believe in you. Joshua, don't give in. Don't run away from reality. Even if I die. To be honest, if you did die, I'm not sure I could face reality. What? Oh! Aw yeah, that's checkmate! Joshua? Sorry, Estelle. I didn't mean to scare you like that. What? What? This is absurd! He can't possibly have reclaimed his will with the... Wait! The stigma! What happened to the stigma on your shoulder? Oh, yes, that. That stigma you carved into my flesh and mind is gone. Thanks to you, it's been shattered. But how? I had a hypnotic wedge of sorts, jammed into the stigma, keyed to a particular command. I've been poking at the wedge on my own since then, getting it ready to shatter the stigma the instant someone put pressure on it. What? You... A what now? A wedge. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to keep our promise, the way things were going. So I asked Kevin for a little hypnotic assistance after we crashed. Kevin? Guilty as charged. Honestly, I wasn't even sure what to make of his crazy plan at first. If he'd bet wrong, I dread to think of what could have ended up happening. So, hey, good job beating the odds there, Jay. Thank you, Kevin. Well, not what I expected, but I'm not gonna complain. Father Graham, was it? I thought you were just a fledgling little squire. but it seems I've underestimated your bag of cute tricks. A mistake I'll not repeat. I'd say it's more the guidance of Adios than anything. I guess I really shouldn't expect you to get it. What with you turning your back on the faith and all. Besides, it wasn't really my idea to start with. Someone else gave Joshua the idea, and I just ran with it. What? Who else? No! Cassius Bright! Damn you! Dad? Oh, that letter he gave you before we got on the RCL. Yes, that's why he wanted to make sure only I read the letter, just in case anyone was listening in. I suspect your best chance of breaking the curse lies in Father Kevin's hands. How to use that key is a decision that must be yours alone to make. Win your freedom by predicting what Wise Man will do. I'd expect no less out of Cassius Bright. Oh, for crying out, Dad could have dropped me a hint about this at least. Honestly, I've been worried about it for a long time. I kept wondering what you would do if you took control of me again. And so, knowing you, I decided to bet everything on one idea. That you couldn't possibly resist ordering me to do the one thing I feared the most. And sure enough, you ordered it, and that broke the stigma. I'm finally, completely free of you. Joshua, you foolish little child. If you had just obeyed me, you could have aspired to such heights. I could have advanced you in ways you cannot even dream of. Much like how Estelle turned you down once, I really have no interest in any of that. Besides, if I learned anything in this whole journey, it's that one's path in life isn't given by someone else. It's something you find with others as you search for it, no matter how dark your surroundings. Absurd! The history of man is stained with the bloods of fools who tried finding your path. Without a guiding light to shine upon that road, they shall remain lost. You're wrong. We use the light that we give off to find our way together. That is how we found our way here, through all your cynical traps. That's right. You do like your speeches, don't you, you shambling wreck of an enforcer? Show me then. Show me this light you claim will guide you through the darkness. And I shall show you in turn. The blinding light of a loyal servant of the Grandmaster. The power of the Faceless, one of the Anguis. Bring it on! The one being blinded here is you. Welcome to the first phase of the final boss. I hope you're ready. Let's bring them all together. Let's see what you got, buddy. He just teleports away. What a pussy. Here we go. So that's a neat little trick he has. You can bring your art's defense down. But it's not something you need to be too concerned with. Get these guard shells back in place. Olivier, if you would do the honors. Honestly, though, I think my actual best move is just this. Alright. Guard shells out of the way. He does hit fairly hard. But then again, so do we. Damn it, not quite. Of course he would use that on a critical turn. I fucked up. It's a nasty little piece of work there. But you can survive it. Well, if that's all he's gonna do with his turn, then, you know, that's fine. Anyway, that's phase 1 out of the way. Gives you a decent amount of experience. Enough to get your party up to level 91. Which, coincidentally, gives us a full heal. Oh my, what a shock! To think that you would be so damn tenacious. Hey, Professor, about time you dropped the holier-than-thou act. Your confidence drains away like sand in a sieve, wise man. Pathetic. You haven't even realized you're standing on your graves. What? Huh? Wise man, what are you doing? I hadn't intended to offer it to the Grandmaster like this, but I must change my plans. It's time you realize just what it means to oppose me. What in the... He wouldn't. Oh, no. No, no, no! Don't fuse with the Oriole, you heretical maniac! And surprised, you gotta deal with a weird monster form. How's that even... This is getting more absurd by the minute. This overwhelming power. You barely stand. Oh, the sensation. Even better than I'd imagined. Shall we experiment then? The power of apotheosis. Unflinching reason. Indomitable intellect. Guiding humanity to the future. Alright, welcome to the second phase. Am I supposed to just let this happen? I totally forgot what his gimmick was. Okay. But yeah, I can't break through his barrier. There! A lesson learned, I think. A lesson in real power. This is nuts! Our attacks aren't hitting him at all. He's got some kind of barrier up. But if it's negating even our arts and our best techniques... Learn, children. The aureole is the treasure of space. One of its very, very many powers is forming an absolute barrier, incomparable to simple orbal arts. You cannot even touch me. Ah! The evil eye again? My goodness. Wise man, let them go. Those eyes. Magnificent. You may be a wreck of an enforcer, but oh, what a waste it would be to kill you. I would much prefer to etch another stigma into the depths of your mind. Just as before, I'll give you a renewed sense of hope, then tear it out by the roots and leave you writhing. Nothing pleases me more than to see that shift in your expression, from hope to despair. I do so look forward to it. I can't believe this. Forget bad taste. The only word for you at this point is sick. Who? Oh, Luve. I suppose I should have finished you off. Though really, Luve, what are you planning on doing? Not even your dragon can break the Oriole's barrier. I suppose it can't. I did have a question for you though, wise man. Just how involved were you in Hamel? Wait, what? Now, what a thing to accuse me of. That was purely the fault of the Empire's Warhawks, no? Why would you ever think I would be involved? Because you're a snake? You appear before people in their moments of weakness, and whisper plans into their ears that lead to their destruction. And in doing so, you achieve your goals without ever dirtying your belly. That's just your way of doing things. No, would he? The ringleaders of those hawks were nothing more than political losers, who had nowhere else to go. There were a few questions I couldn't answer at first, but even if the war 10 years ago was part of your plan, it then occurred to me, everything made sense. I see. It is largely as you surmise. What? Of course, really. All I did was introduce them to a band of Jaeger dropouts I knew, and put the name Hamel in their ears. Just doing that was enough to push things to war in the blink of an eye. Simply one more testament to the sinful nature of men. Astounding. Do you truly seek to be the foulest man in history, monster? One more sin for the pile, eh? I think I'm gonna be sick. I see. Essentially as I thought, then. You're taking this rather well. Personally, I was hoping you'd be a bit more resentful. Have you forgotten? I've long since learned to stay my anger. However, you knocked me out from behind back there. That is an insult the Blade Lord cannot abide. That alone I shall be paying back in full. What? Yuck! Absurd! Absurd! The Oriole's barrier is absolute! It cannot be harmed by... Wait. That sword, of course! Yes. The sword granted to me by the Grandmaster. Just like your staff, it is a demon sword forged through the divergent laws. Careless of me. Curse you! Get away! Get away, you insect! Ugh. Too late. Oh no! Louve! Forget about me. Your path is clear. Strike him down. Louve. You dare strike one such as I? No matter. The absolute barrier is but a trifle of the Oriole's power. I shall bring forth its full force and let you savor the despair. Nay, fiend. The despair shall be yours. Ugh, sorry. Okay, you. As a bracer, as a citizen of Liberl, and more than anything, as a human being, I'm taking you down. Wise man, this is the end. Okay, here's the real second form of the fight. He has some buddies. Do your best.
Guys, come on.
God, that was pointless. Why did I even do that?
I will run no more.
Alright. Nearly took care of his goons. Kevin needed to be a little bit stronger for me to actually take advantage of that, but, you know. We work in mysterious ways. I guess this is fine. Here we go. Don't want to be casting. Yeah, sure. Alright, that takes care of his goons. He's gonna hit us for a little bit of damage, but it's nothing we can't deal with at this stage. Crap. Wrong one. I've already got him buffed. Why am I doing that? Anyway, his second form's not too difficult. It's, the real challenge is what comes after this. So, you know. Just don't be dumb. Unfortunately, I'm nothing but dumb, so we'll see how that goes for us. Let's speed up Estelle properly this time, shall we? And ourselves, why not? Come on. Alright. Time to, well, attempt to lay out the hurt on this piece of crap. Again, Kevin's not very useful at, So when he charges up his move here, he drops his... quite a bit. Alright, Olivier, it's up to you. Please impede him properly. Guess not. And he's gonna hit us for a fair amount of damage. At this point, it's probably a good idea to cure up just a little bit. Stop that. Somehow he manages to confuse you through your Grail Lockets. That's silly. That's not a thing that should be allowed. I refuse to accept that. Anyway, he summons a buddy, now that he's, feeling a little bit threatened by what we're doing here. Fortunately for him, that's probably a bit too little too late. Anyway, finishing him off, leads to the final form of the fight. Your tenacity is both impressive and frustrating. Frustrating, you see, for it is pointless. Behold now, the infinite power of the All. What is... the Oriole? It's... Ah! Oh my. And here we are. His third and final form. And also, Bear witness to one of my favorite soundtracks in the game. The Merciless Savior. What terror. Looks like he's really starting to lose it. Come on, guys. Take him down. Let's get back to Louve. Here we go. So he brings goons. They have a lot of health. They can destroy space. They're basically just massive pains in the ass.
God, come on.
So get your turn order up quickly as you can. So clock up EX is a must. They hit fairly hard too, so you know, don't fuck it up, guys. He can take one more hit like that? Okay.
I will run no more.
Joshua's gonna be our main damage dealer for this fight. Anyway. Basically focus on controlling the turn order. That's the key to victory. So get your casters casting. Use all your items. The cast 3 quartz is very useful in the situation where you need to set up your buffs, because obviously he won't give you the time otherwise. Thank you, critical turns. Alright, with this, Estelle's taken care of. I'm not going to be able to deal with that with Kevin here, so don't worry about it. He makes clones of his buddies. You know, the standard, this is the final boss kind of crap you're going to have to deal with. Anyway, with my team spread out, Earthwall isn't actually very effective in the current situation. Anyway, he also does a thing where he changes his resistances depending on what he's going for here, so... Like this, he's currently only weak against water, so... Hit him with the water spell real quick. See a fair amount of damage there. Bear still has him on water, interestingly enough. So, I mean... May as well. Just focusing on keeping the healing up. Still weak against water. Sure. Might as well actually try to get some damage out. That's... Changes his barrier again. This time he's weak against Earth. Still got clock up on, so... I doubt I can clock him down, but it's worth a try. Yeah. No, that was actually not worth a try at all. Yeah, that was pointless. This is a good time to just raise up my EP. Change his barrier again. He's back to normal now, which means we can actually wail on him with, you know, actual moves. We haven't even got close to his gimmick yet. Alright, now he's charging up his move. Yay.
Wanna see what I got? Ha! Yeah! Too slow.
Fuck, Joshua's out of range.
I hold in my hand a chalice of holiest of lights act as our shield.
I thought I stopped him from charging. Whatever. Go for it, buddy. Anyway, when he's about to use this move, move out of the way. Like, don't even get close to it. You don't want to get caught in it. It's super dangerous and super cheap and bullshit. The good news is, when he is doing it, you can get some serious damage in, so hit him with your best stuff while you can. I'm not close enough to Earth Wall for profit. This Ruined World Nalba move takes out part of the map. Yeah, it's about as bullshit as you think it is. Alright. Why did I do that? What an utter waste of time. Alright, what's it doing? From the looks of it, it's charging up and doing another buff here. So, I guess I just hit it for damage. Seems reasonable.
Wanna see what I got? Too slow.
Sorry I don't have much interesting to say about this fight. But, I really do love the climax of everything that led up to this point. That's for sure. Getting Wise Man by, forcing him to, you know, basically do the one thing, you know, you'd expect him to do. The most evil, cruel, and malicious thing turned out to be his downfall. That's the kind of shit I like. Well, nice try, buddy. Anyway, Joshua is really the MVP of this fight with all the damage output he's putting out there. Of course, I'm about to lose my strength buffs, so it's about time I cast Zodiac. Not that I'm not doing a shit ton of damage to begin with, but more damage is always a good thing, right? Alright, he's charging up his laser. His defenses are down. Give him everything you've got. Joshua should finish him off here. If not with his dual strike here, then you know what? Dual strike will finish him off, so sorry. I've got him beat. I just S-craft him and he dies. So, Estelle, if you would.
Wanna see what I got? Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Too slow.
And there we are. Wise man is no more. Like I said, if you can beat Louve, you can beat Wise Man. He just takes a while because he has the maximum amount of HP a monster can have. And, I mean, 3 phases, too. What, that fight took me, like, probably an hour with all the cutscenes, now that I think about it. Eh, whatever. We defeated him. What? No. Absurd. The Oriole is gone? This is impossible. Impossible! And he just disappeared. He's escaped. Oh, who cares about that idiot? Way more importantly, Louve! Kevin, where are you going? Louve, stay with us. Just wait a second, we'll fix you up. There's no need. You know perfectly well. These aren't the sort of wounds you fix up. No. No, please, no! Louve, I can't lose you like Karen. That's just... No, I can't! Come on, chin up. You look like the crybaby you were when you were a kid. That's right, I'm a weak, naive crybaby. I still need you, Louve. So come on, stay awake. Like a little kid. Listen, Joshua. If you find this unacceptable, then take a lesson from me. Don't end up like this. Don't die to protect what's important. Live. Live to protect it instead. Louve. Estelle, I must ask you one last favor. Of course, anything. He likes to act tough, but he's pretty tender-hearted deep down. Now that he's truly free of his curse, he needs to become a better man. So, please, promise me that you'll keep helping him. Take care of our little brother, okay? I was gonna do that no matter what you said. But don't worry, Louve. I swear to you, he'll always have a home with us. Thank you. At least I finally understand why Karen could smile like that at the end. Karen, you were just as content, weren't you? Louve? Come on. This isn't funny. You can hear me, right? Come on. Come on! It all finally ended. We could finally be together again. Please. Please answer me! Joshua. Oh, my heart. Hello there. Oh. Goddess be praised, you're all safe. Wait, that's Louve. Is he? Yeah. I see. After you descended, we were swarmed by those archaism beasts. It was only Louve intervening on that dragon of his which saved us. I see. Yeah, that sounds like him, alright. If I may, what happened to Wiseman and the Oriole? Oh, right. Yeah, the Oriole disappeared somewhere. Wiseman's also gone, but he really lost it when the Oriole disappeared. It disappeared? Well, that could be bad. Define bad? Please tell me this shaking isn't involved in the bad. The Oriole was the main source of power for the city. You've removed the city's power source. There's nothing keeping it afloat any longer. Yes, that seems rather bad. We should return to the RCL at once. Good idea. I don't think everything will be shut down all at once, but it would be best if we hurry. Kyle, Dawn, is the Bobcat airworthy? Should be airworthy enough to save our skins at least. We'll lift off as soon as we get back. Alright, let's move everyone. There was a transfer gate near the elevator. That seems like the best exit. We should stay in lines to avoid losing anyone. Joshua, I know you don't want to leave him behind, but we have to hurry. Sorry, Estelle. You just go on ahead. Don't worry about me. Go. Get it together, Joshua! Were you listening to a damn thing Louve said? Didn't he tell you to live? To protect what's important to you? I don't know about you, but I sure was listening. And I promised him I'd stay with you and help you. I promised you the same once, too. If you think I'm just gonna turn my back on that, you got another thing coming. Estelle. Sorry. I really am a weakling. Oh, the sword. Louve, I'll hold on to this. I'll deliver it to Hamel. To Karen. Joshua. Estelle! Joshua! There's no time to waste! Please, hurry! Right. I'm sorry. I'm going now. Rest well with Karen, Louve. And we're not quite done with the game yet. We've still got a little bit more to do. Like this. Absurd. This is a farce. This wasn't in the Grandmaster's prophecy at all. Unless... Does this mean I, too, was being tested? I shall have to have words with my master once I return. Sorry, but I think your question's gonna be deferred. Indefinitely. Kevin Graham! What are you doing here? Out of my way, insect. I have no time to deal with gnats like you. What? The evil eye didn't work? Even with Growlsritter training, a fledgling like you can't possibly... Yeah, sorry. I've been putting on a bit of a show. I'm actually their number 5. I've seen my fair share of fights. Granted, when you were at your best in power tripping on the Oriole, I would have struggled. But now, you don't have a prayer. So, not that you do that anymore, you filthy heathen. What? Ugh. Locating the Oriole's been kind of a sideshow, as you might have figured out. So, George Wiseman, apostate and heretic, damned in the sight of Adios. I'm here to send you to your final judgment. I see. However, Growlsritter, I think you will find it a little hard to fight the Faceless on your own with only... What? A steak? It's... the Pillar of Salt? The calamity which turned half of North Ambria into a sea of salt? They would let you use that just to kill me! It's what you've earned, you faithless pile of filth. The Church does try to stay neutral in all things, but we can't overlook what you've done. Now kindly stand still and die quietly. You damned dog! Dog? You aren't wrong, I guess. You know, Joshua, you're lucky. You at least can get out of this sort of life. Is that jealousy I hear? Kevin Graham, the heretic hunter in the Growlsritter's 5th Dominion. I must say, you're just as cold as the rumors said. Ah, you're the fool, right? Sorry, but it's a bit late for him. You may have heard, but I'm here purely as an observer. Purely. To observe and oversee every single facet of the gospel plan and report the results, without exception, to the Grandmaster. Wiseman's self-destruction is simply another result to report, and wasn't anything I needed to stop. I see. You Ouroboros types sure do love being mysterious, don't you? Heh. And you accuse me of being cold. Are the Growlsritter really so different? I wonder. Now then, I'd say I'd observed everything. I found what I was looking for, so it's time I went on home. What? Well, good day, Mr. Graham. I hope we meet again someday. Found what he was looking for? Could he mean... Well, whatever. That's outside my jurisdiction. I should hurry back and rejoin the others. And so Estelle's group escaped from the Axis Pillar, while the Burrow Arc began shaking itself apart. With the sudden, immense reduction in orbital energy making the Halo rail unusable, Estelle's group began heading to the RCL via the city's underground passageways. We gotta hurry! Yeah, Joshua! Are you okay? You aren't hurt, are you? No, I'm fine. I think. Just had a strange moment of vertigo. Like, you were dizzy? Why would you? It's probably a side effect of the stigma's removal. Kevin? What do you mean? Wiseman burned that thing into the deep of the very core of his subconscious mind. Rip it out like we did, and there's gonna be side effects. Vertigo, headaches, nausea. You're gonna be suffering for a while, Joshua. Oh no. It's alright, Estelle. Kevin made me aware of all the risks beforehand. Joshua. Hey, what's the holdup? If you don't hurry, you'll be left behind. Oh, right. Joshua, do you think you can run? Yes, I should be alright now. Come on then, we need to book it. Estelle! What? Yeah! What? That last tremor collapsed some of the more fragile sections. Hey, you two okay? Yeah, mostly. Oh no, Estelle! Joshua! Estelle! Joshua! Oh, for crying out loud! Ain't there another way across? This is the only way in or out of the pillar that we saw. Damn it, there must be another way. Guys? Don't worry about us. You go on ahead. We'll find our own exit. Don't be absurd. How am I supposed to look Cassius in the eye and say I left you behind? We'll find another way across. Shara, thanks. Sorry. No matter what we say, though, a gap like this can't be jumped. We have no time to get ropes, so they are going to need another route. But this is the only path out. Actually, I don't think this was the only way. The island seems riddled with underground passages. There must be another one near the pillar. That's right. I saw another gate just in front of the pillar. I think the sign said it was an emergency evacuation route connecting to the Kalmar district. Really? Yes, I remember that. Kalmar is where your ship is, right? That's right. Well then, if they use that... yes. Given the damage to the city's computer should have opened the lock on it. Estelle! Joshua! You heard all that, right? Looks like that's your best bet. Use that to get back to the RCL. Will do. We'll go as fast as we can. Estelle, Joshua, please be careful. We'll wait as long as we possibly can. You guys be careful too, and save us some seats. Oh shit, we're split up. We gotta find our way out of this mess together. I doubt we have much longer before the arc collapses completely. Yeah, let's go. Kyle said the entrance was just in front of the pillar. Game? There we go. Also, you can make a new save point, in case you don't want to do the fight again. Not that you're going to run into any fights here. It's just something I do out of habit. So as you can see, this path is finally open. Any obstructions in the vicinity of this gate that might interfere with evacuation is a crime. Run. Run for your life. It's a straight shot through the area here. You're not going to miss any treasure chests. It's basically a glorified cutscene. After all, one has to make their own miracles in this world. No. Damn it! Let's go back, Estelle. Well, so much for going back, I guess. Yeah. This column won't support us for long. Which means we're... Estelle? I'm so sorry. If I hadn't tripped back there. No, you don't need to say it. You bailed me out when I was about to be buried under that rubble anyway. We're both screw-ups. But... you know, it's really funny. Despite how completely screwed we are, I'm not actually scared. Are you, Joshua? No. You're right. I'm not scared at all. You guys might not be, but I am. I'm terrified. Hey, Joshua? Can I ask 2 favors here at the end? Always. So first, would you hold on to me? Like, tightly? Of course I will. There should be a second in there somewhere, I think. Oh, so, even at, you know, the end of things here, I don't want to be too pushy. Well, I don't want to have any regrets, and crap, how do I put this? Don't worry. I can say the rest. Estelle, may I kiss you? Oh. Yes! Yes! Kyle, please. If we just leave them, Joshua will... No, Josette. We wouldn't make it in time either way. No. No. Damn it all. At the very end, too. What is the goddess doing at a time like this? It can't. We didn't make it in time. No friggin' way. No. No. No! Julia, please. It looks like the escape tunnels lead to the northwestern edge of the island. Take the RCL there at once. Forgive me, Your Highness. Even on your orders, I cannot do that. The RCL doesn't have full engine power back. If we get close to the city, especially under it, we cannot escape the island's collapse. Is that about right, Professor? You're right. No. 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 No! How terrible. It feels like I should say something, but what do you say to such a thing? There are no words, I think. Those two. Damn it! They were just getting started. Now they're done. Oh, Estelle. Joshua. Huh? Come on, Dorothy. Try and show a little decorum at a time like this. But, I just noticed that Sig's flying around looking awfully happy. Huh? Oh. you know? Whoa, Ragnar! Why are you here? What in the heck are you doing here, Dad? Well, you did restore power to the entire country and avert a war. I shoved the details off on Morgan, and decided to ask an old friend for a ride. An old friend, uh-huh. Admit it, Dad, you just wanted to surprise us. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Ragnar. Estelle told me about you. Thank you for saving our lives. Thou needest not thank me, child of man. A new wind swirls about us. I simply spread my wings and sailed upon that fresh current. Still, though, you really saved us. But hang on a second. I thought, Adios herself told you only to watch over people. Won't you get in trouble for saving us? The charge given me was to watch over man until an answer, a true answer, was given unto the Shining Ring. And such an answer has now been offered up. The ancient contract stands fulfilled. Thus, upon hearing the Divine Blade's plea for a boon, I myself answered in kind. The ancient contract? Another little mystery, but I can let it slide, I guess. I haven't the foggiest what he's going on about either. After all, Hardhead here seems to enjoy holding back the details. Forgive me, friends. We of the Wing and Scale possess our own laws and statutes. So it is I say unto you, know that the gears of fate have finally begun their inexorable churn, and in their ponderous cycling, no force can stop them. The quest is done, but the campaign yet lies before thee. Gird thyselves with wisdom, you who hear me now. I see. Wait, no way. Is the Burl going to be attacked again? No. Those battles are destined to be fought elsewhere, and by different people. But those are concerns for another time. You two have worked a genuine miracle today. Don't worry about what's to come for now. You have earned your rest. Alongside your irreplaceable friends, who I think will be very happy to see you alive. Yeah. So. Credits are playing, I know, but I was totally faked out the first time I played this game. I thought they would actually just go through with it. That they would just kill Estelle and Joshua like this. But no. Despite the darkness in the series, the truths of this game really shows through at the end. It stays true to its theme. That, you know, no one man can do everything alone. And that people are at their best when they work together. And only by working together could we have accomplished a miracle. This is the end of Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. And it's the end of Estelle and Joshua's story. But it's not the end of the tale for Zemuria. There's still a whole lot of trails left to trace in the sky. And everywhere else as well. For now, though, enjoy the credits. Because we certainly earned it. I'd like to thank everyone who's followed me up to this point. And I hope you'll continue joining me for the next game in the series here. Which will be Trails in the Sky, the 3rd. Despite its title, it's only kind of sort of a continuation of this game. You'll see what I mean when we get there. The original plan was to finish all 7 games in the series, and while I would still love to do so, I know I'm not on pace to finish in time. I will certainly try my best, but with Cold Steel 3 releasing in 1 month's time, I mean, it's going to be a real challenge. After all, it took me a month to get through the first 2 games, after all. Anyway, I'd also like to thank my supporters on Patreon, Mr. Blah, Bleh, whatever you want to go by, and ZBD Pats Fan. This wouldn't be as possible without your support, so I'm really grateful for all that. I'd also like to thank my subscribers on YouTube, my followers on Twitch, and I'd like to thank all of you who are listening today who aren't following me or, you know, subscribing or whatever. Just by viewing this, you help bring this out there, let people truly experience what Trails is all about. It's one of my favorite series for a reason, and I hope this shows you just exactly why I'm so enthused about it. The emotional beats really just hit me right there in the chest. So it's just, you know, a really special series to me. And while I'm just talking into the air here, whispering in the wind, what do you think about the finale? What do you think about Estelle and Joshua's story? How did you like the character arcs as they developed? Did you feel like some characters got the shaft? Some characters were better than others? You know, share your thoughts with me. I'd love to hear what you thought, as someone who's made it this far into the series. That's about what I had to say. Once again, thank you so much for seeing Trails in the Sky second chapter to its conclusion. This has been Logic Blade, and we've got a bit of a stinger. You thought we were done. We're not done yet. Karen, I'm back. Here. This is from Louve. It's so good to see that smile, Joshua. I bet Louve likes it too. Yeah. Louve and Karen were as close as I've ever known two people to be. They wanted to be together forever, I think. And now they are. Yeah. Hey, can I say hi to Karen too? Of course. Hi Karen. Nice to meet you. I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. Well, for a little while, I was sort of trying to be his replacement sister without knowing it. But I couldn't really replace you. I guess now I'm his girlfriend. You guess? That's terrible. Sorry, still not really used to it. It's kinda, embarrassing. Oh, for the... It's still so very you, Estelle. So very what? Do I detect an entendre, Buster? When no one else is around, you can sure be... Sorry, I was in the middle of saying hello, wasn't I? So I wanted to say hello, and come with Joshua to see his original home. I'm looking forward to what's gonna come for the two of us. Thank you, Estelle. I'm sure Karen is very happy. I hope so. I know I'm still sort of a dunce, and not the most reliable person ever. I have to admit I'm a bit worried what I'd do if she ever thought, "You're not good enough to be Joshua's girlfriend, Estelle Bright. Shoo!" I think you're overthinking it a bit. If anything, I think Karen would have loved you. You two would have been a nice contrast in terms of personality. You think so? And there goes my entendre radar again, mister. So you're saying I'm not as strong deep down, or as calm and quiet as your sister, right? No. I really do think you're strong deep down, actually. Calm and quiet? Well, not exactly like Karen, no. Yeah. But I'm not complaining. Always bright, optimistic, and shining like the sun. That's the girl I fell in love with. Oh. What was that? You know how to go for the jugular with the embarrassment, you know? Sorry, did you not like it? Of course I liked it. That's so not the issue here. I don't quite get the problem, I guess. Okay, we've said our hellos, so let's be off. I can see Karen rolling her eyes at us from the cloud tops. Oh, yeah, I guess. What is it? Are you really sure about this? You really want to leave Liberl and follow me? Oh. My journey to atone for the sins I committed in the Society's name is my problem. So is my desire to strengthen myself and live up to Louve. I'm still not sure if I want to wrap you up in all this. Oh, for the love of... You always miss the important part. Huh? Ragnar said it, didn't he? This whole mess was just the beginning. Besides, I seriously doubt the Society's plans are all played out. And when those snakes strike from the grass again, I want to be even stronger than Dad. You're not the only one who has someone to live up to. Stronger than Cassius? That's a tall order. Well, go big or go home, right? Plus, I made that promise to Louve, and I really want to see more places beyond Liberl. I'd also like to try and find Ren if we can. And... Estelle? And... Come on, Joshua. Do I really need a reason to be with you? Oh. No. Of course not. You're all the reason you need. All by yourself. Exactly. See, Joshua, what would you do if I wasn't around to point things out to you? You're right. I'd be doomed. Let's go, Estelle. I have no idea where this path will lead us, but I'm sure something awaits us at the end. Yeah, one step at a time. We'll walk it together to the end. Okay, now we're done. Now it's finished. Even got a little fin sign. So, like I was saying, thanks for coming. Couldn't have done it without all of you. this has been Logic Blade. And I wish you all a fair day. Until next time, take care. And stay tuned for more Trails in the Sky.